Alright, back for part two. We're here. Women's championship match was up next on the card. We had Melina versus the champion Michelle McCool, and surprisingly enough for Melina versus Michelle McCool, this was another good match on the card. Michelle McCool picking up the victory, of course. I'd say we might see another Melina Michelle McCool match. I really wouldn't mind seeing Natalya versus Michelle McCool because that would be a good women's championship feud. And I think Natalya really needs that right now because her matches with Eve, they're okay, but it's kind of right there in the middle where it's not all that great, but it's not absolutely horrible either, I guess. But Michelle McCool retains the women's championship. It was a good match here. And I think there was really, throughout the entire night, there was a lot of getting close with the countouts, like to getting close to 10 count on the countouts. There's a lot of those in I think pretty much almost every single match tonight, which was kind of weird and all that, but it was, I guess, a little something different. So, but Michelle McCool versus Melina, it was another good match. It also made the top 5 matches of the night for me. And like I said, I would really like to see Natalya versus Michelle McCool fighting each other in the long run. So this match I would probably give 2.5 stars. It was close to the U.S. title match in excitement and whatnot, but it didn't quite get those 3 stars. So 2.5 stars for Michelle McCool versus Melina Women's Championship match. Our next match was the WWE Championship match, and as much as this is going to pain me to say this was a great match, and I would honestly probably give it match of the night. Like I said, that pained me to say it, and out of 5 stars, I would probably give this match either 3.5 or 4 stars. It didn't quite make the 5-star ranking, but it was still entertaining enough to me to be match of the night. And I hate saying that because it had John Cena and Triple H in it, and I'm hoping that this is the end of Triple H and John Cena in the title picture for a while. Push Ted, push MVP, push Jack Swagger. Push Jack Swagger. You know what? I say that. Push Jack Swagger first. Because him versus Randy Orton would be a good feud in the long run. It would be. Randy Orton did retain his championship with a little help from Legacy coming in and interfering. And really, honestly, there was an interesting point in the match. Well, there's 2. John Cena does the leg drop from the top rope on both Triple H and Triple H and Randy Orton, and then the other one was the submission that Randy Orton was in. He was in both the sharpshooter and, if I'm not mistaken, a crippler crossface. I could be mistaken on that, but he was in 2 submission holds, and it looked like the referee was going to ring the bell, but he didn't know who to give the match to. Now, a good way to have done this would have been. I think I maybe read this on a Kickout blog. He had this idea. Vacate the title because there couldn't have been declared a real winner of the match. And maybe put a little spin on it. Have a tournament for it. And in this tournament, put Jack Swagger, put MVP, put Miz in there, and even Randy Orton, Triple H, and John Cena. So, with that being said, that would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll add Ted DiBiase in the mix. So that would make 7. And let's put Chris Jericho on the mix. So that would be an 8-person title tournament leading into SummerSlam. It would be the perfect setup. Don't have Triple H or John Cena win the tournament. Have somebody like Jack Swagger or MVP win the tournament to face Randy Orton for the title. So like maybe have Jack Swagger versus Randy Orton in the finals. MVP Randy Orton in the finals. That would be great. That would be a perfect setup for that match. Honestly, I think. And honestly, this match was match of the night for me. Unfortunately, it being a John Cena and Triple H match, but no doubt they're probably going to build up to something for SummerSlam between the three of them, and I really don't like that idea of that happening. So, yeah, that being said, moving on. Divas Championship was up next, and they kind of put this high up on the card, which was interesting. And it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't amazing. I would probably give this one, once again, I'd probably give this one maybe 1.5, 2 stars for this match. Mickie James and Maurice. Mickie James is a new Divas champion, and really the look of the title does not suit Mickie James's appearance, and it's just a thing. I've never been that big on the Divas title. I've never been that big on having 2 women's titles, and I've never been that big on the design for the Divas title. And really, it just doesn't suit Mickie James's character, to be honest with you. It suited Maurice. I think if they had kept it on Maurice, it's more the girly girl title, if you get what I'm saying. And Mickie James is more of a tough, kind of almost tomboy diva, which is, I like that, because that means you can actually wrestle. But I mean, they had some good wrestling going on in the match, but overall, I didn't think it was. It didn't make my top 5 matches as far as being entertaining, overall. So, Mickie James is your new Divas champion. So, our next match was the Intercontinental Championship match. I'm kind of disappointed in the outcome of this, but it did showcase, I think, Dolph Ziggler in a good light. Dolph Ziggler did not win the Intercontinental Champion. It was Rey Mysterio, and I really wouldn't mind seeing a rematch between these two. I really wouldn't mind seeing these two continuing their feud through SummerSlam. Dolph Ziggler is a great talent. I think he is a future main eventer, and I think he could do really good things for the SmackDown brand, honestly. Excuse me. But this was a good match. Like I said, it showcased Dolph Ziggler's talent. And if I had to give it a star rating, I'd probably give this one a 3 out of 5 star match. It was a good match, and it was entertaining to me. Like I said, I'm a Dolph Ziggler fan a little bit, and I would have liked to seen him win the title, but just maybe continue branching this feud out, carrying on through SummerSlam, and maybe even the pay-per-view after that, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, was told to me was Breaking Point. So, I think it might have been Breaking Point. I can't remember. But overall, good match from Dolph Ziggler and Rey Mysterio. And our last match of the night, the main event, so to say, World Heavyweight Championship match, Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk. Now, I'm not happy with this outcome either. It was an entertaining match, but I'm not happy with the outcome because CM Punk had a great promo at the beginning. I think they needed to keep this title on CM Punk. I think they needed. He was doing great things for the World Heavyweight title. He was doing. He was a great character for it, and the fact that they put it back on Jeff Hardy. I'm not saying it because I'm not a Jeff Hardy fan. I like Jeff Hardy and whatnot. He is unfortunately, I think he's the better Hardy. But CM Punk needed to hold this title longer than this. I think he needed to hold it at least through to SummerSlam. But and I think you could have had a better match maybe between him and John Morrison rather than Jeff Hardy and John Morrison. But we could also possibly see a triple threat come out of this. CM Punk wants a rematch. John Morrison wanted a match with the winner of the this match. So, New World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy. It was an entertaining match. It made the top 5, and I would probably give this one 3.5 stars out of 5. And the overall pay per view, it was a decent pay per view. It was a good pay per view. Out of eight matches, there were 5 really good ones, and I think that would deserve at least 7 out of 10 stars overall for the pay per view. So, with that being said, that is my review and thoughts on what can possibly be the outcome of the Fallout from Night of Champions. I will post links to my Twitter and blogger accounts. That way you can go and watch them and get hold of them also. And with that being said, you guys take it easy, have a great night, and peace out.